submission.
Oh my goodness.
We got some tension on the mat. You can feel it in the arena. It's going to get silent here in a second. Thomas Gilman in the blue, Tony Ramos in the red, 57 kilos, championship finals, match number 1.
Snap and pull. Both guys going to try to get on each other's head, pull, wear each other out. Good luck getting either of these guys tired. Tony Ramos with the overcollar right now. Of course, if you're unfamiliar with the story, Ramos, an NCAA champion for Iowa, where Thomas Gilman recently graduated from. Burned every bridge on the way out of Iowa City. Now a coach at UNC. Wins the U.S. Open in dramatic fashion. 3 comeback victories to get to this point where he's sitting out. And here's Thomas Gilman. Navigates the challenge. There's a single leg. Thomas Gilman, 2 hands to a leg. Ramos is real heavy here. Here's a whizzer. Gilman's so great at finishing for this position. Now he's up to his feet. He's got Ramos standing, and it's just going to be 1, but Gilman jumps out to a 1-0 lead against Tony Ramos.
Wow, and Tony Ramos, out of college, he jumped on to the senior level and immediately shot to the top. He made a world team in 2014. He made a world team in 2015, was second in the Olympic trials last year to Daniel Dennis, another Hawkeye, who has since retired, and he's back as the #1 guy in the country. Dennis, the only guy to beat him since he graduated, the only American to beat him since he graduated college.
And it's interesting, Ramos put it on the record. Thomas Gilman has never and will never beat Tony Ramos. He said, that Tom and Terry need to make sure Gilman gets there so he can stomp a mud hole in him. These are direct quotes. And Gilman says, hey, I know I can beat this guy. And in the early going, Gilman's proven, at least to this point, it's true.
And these guys, we said it before, such similar styles. They're going to come at you. They're going to fight. They want to wrestle you in a phone booth. They want to be in close, clubbing, banging, being physical. And interesting to see
another clubbing shot there from Gilman.
How this works. We see Mark Perry, newly named Hawkeye Club coach. He's in the corner with Gilman next to Tom Brands. Of course, Tom Brands, Tony Ramos' college coach. 1 minute to go in the first. Gilman leading 1-0, and he stops at an attempt by Ramos, digs an underhook and drives forward.
Underhook left side for Thomas Gilman. Good position, but good head position there for Tony Ramos as you're seeing Gilman driving there.
And I tell you, Gilman's controlling the center of the mat right now, and they're offering passive red and that he's going to get hit. Gilman got that underhook, shoved Ramos across the mat, and
he's on the
re-attack now. Ramos in on the leg. He's on the shot clock, looking to score here, and mirror images here.
Is he going to take the one?
Step out. No, Ramos wants 2. Gilman's going to give up caution at 2.
I don't think so.
One.
No.
Just one.
You can't really tell who's making the action go out of bounds. It's tough. That's where Gilman's supposed to go to defend, not just because he's not trying to get out of bounds, although
it's a smart move for him to go out of bounds.
It is, but it's tough to prove that he intentionally fleed when he's bouncing on
Don't get me started on what I've seen this whole tournament. Some ambiguity in some of these rules. 1-1 the score at the end of the first period. Tony Ramos with the second step out, so he leads on criteria.
Mirror image is right. Both guys get to their textbook single leg. Both guys can't finish. Settle for a step out wisely.
And again, Perry and Tom Brands.
Took you a second there. Come on.
That's Tom. I got that. I was admiring Thomas Gilman's freestyle beard. Caught me off guard. Back to the center. 3 minutes on the clock.
Man.
And you know, a lot of talking between these guys. A little bit of speculation. Would there be chirping? Would there be extracurricular activities? We've seen none of it. Just a good, clean wrestling match thus far.
All business as Gilman gets back to that underhook.
Nice. Fake Gilman gets Ramos reacting.
Not a huge amount of difference stylistically. I will say that Ramos has probably a superior re-attack. Gilman's advantage is that he can attack a really strong single leg on both sides. We saw him go right side and left side against Nathan Tomasell, and that was ultimately the difference. There's a single leg attempt from Tony Ramos. Can't get in. Nice fake.
Again, we see. Oh, we're to a front head pinch position. Putting it on lockdown here is Gilman, and we're going to potentially see a stalemate, and we will. We'll take it back to the top. Ramos, since moving to North Carolina, started training with That guy, 2012 Olympics bronze medalist Coleman Scott, whom Ramos beat in the 2016 Olympic team trials.
And Ramos got to be careful he doesn't get put on the clock again. I think Gilman is taking ground here. Another shot from Thomas Gilman, but they're in the center right now. Still a lot of time left, 1:46 to go. Another single leg from Thomas Gilman as the official indicates towards Tony Ramos. Single leg Gilman.
Back in on the leg, the same one he scored with before, and he's got it back up in the air. Similar position, looking to score, and it's going to be a takedown. Tony Ramos take that takedown. Thomas Gilman, he takes Tony Ramos to the mat, and he has a 3-1
and
lead
one.
now.
+1 on the step out.
4-1. 4-1. Dan Dennis out of the seat. Giving hand pumps. 3-point lead for the youngster Gilman.
1:23 to go. Ramos has got to get something going. He's going to need multiple scores or 4-pointer. He's in on the single.
And
in
he's got
deep.
a clutch gene. Don't forget Tony Ramos can win late. Gilman tries to catch his ankle. Now Gilman almost into a split. Ramos picks it up in the air, lifts it real high, and he's going to score a takedown. It's a 1-point match. Christian 4-3. 1:04 to go. Oh boy.
Step out for Ramos would put him in the lead, I believe, by criteria.
Heavy right club by Gilman, taking ground, trying to control the center of that mat. We're under a minute. Gilman with the left side single leg again. Ramos stops it, brings it up with an underhook. Now Ramos bringing it down with that underhook into the front headlock. Not typically a major scoring position for Ramos. Both of these guys, it's their leg attacks more than their go-behinds, especially against somebody of their similar caliber and similar style.
Gonna be tough for Ramos to score short offense against Gilman. 30 seconds to go. Ramos got to find his way to 1 point somehow, or he's gonna drop match one. Underhook again left side. Gilman's been able to get to that consistently. Now 20 to go. Ramos got to start pulling the trigger. Another shot from Gilman.
Gilman could shut down now because of the re-attacks are what he needs to be careful of. And a straight-on attack by Ramos. We got 10 seconds to go. Ramos clears, comes back out, and he's going to look for a head pinch late. Ramos has to go for it. Gilman comes to the ground, 3 seconds to go, and it's going to be Thomas Gilman of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club comes through and takes match number 1 from Tony Ramos. And an improbable run for the NCAA third place finisher. Let's look at some of the action from this match. Oh goodness. Thomas Gilman.